Hello and welcome back to Linus Nunchucks, where today I'll be talking about what types of nunchucks I use and where you can get the same ones. A lot of people have been asking me recently where I get the nunchucks that I use for my tutorials. So today I'll be going through a few different types of nunchucks that I use to practice and in my tutorials that will hopefully help you out. Starting things off, we have a set of nunchucks that are great for beginners. These are foam nunchucks with a hollow core. You can get these with either a chain or string, and they're great if you're just starting out or a little bit younger because these will help you get a hang of the moves without causing any harm to yourself or things around you. This is the lightest and cheapest option that I'll be showing you today and is pretty much the entry level for nunchuck spinning. I wouldn't go any lighter or cheaper than this because those are essentially unusable. So this is probably your best entry point if you're just trying to figure it out or if you're younger. Another great feature to these nunchucks is that they can basically be purchased from anywhere and shipped to anywhere. They're pretty much available all around the world with very little restriction. This is because these do not count as weapons, but merely as toys. A great way of saving money is if you take a set of basic nunchucks like these, which are lightweight and hollow, and fill them. You can either fill them with a wooden dowel, which is the same diameter as the inside of the nunchuck, or you can fill them with a different material, like a resin or an epoxy, because it will add a certain amount of weight to the nunchucks, turning them into a more usable nunchuck. You can get these nunchucks with either a chain or a string, and both options are linked down below. However, if you do not feel like having to fill your own nunchucks to add weight, you can pick up a set of these. These are the nunchucks that I use most often in my videos because the tape allows them to show up great on camera, and they have a decent enough weight to be able to spin properly. These nunchucks are foam on the outside, but on the inside, instead of having a hollow plastic core, they have a solid wooden core. This gives them a great amount of weight and allows them to be perfect for performing and learning new moves. These are what I would consider the middle of the range nunchucks because they have a little more weight, allowing you to perform more advanced moves while also being more forgiving than solid wood nunchucks. These are not as forgiving as your lighter weight, hollow plastic nunchucks, but they make a great option for anyone who's trying to practice nunchucks more seriously. If you're interested in purchasing these, the link is in the description below. They do not pay me to say this, but these are quite a good set of nunchucks, and I've been using them for very many years, and they're quite durable. Then finally, we get to your real nunchucks, which are wooden or metal nunchucks. These nunchucks are harder to come by because they can be restricted depending on your local guidelines. These nunchucks are very unforgiving and should not be used unless you've become more proficient with using other sets of nunchucks. However, if you've done enough practicing, then they can make a great addition to your nunchuck collection. I would suggest picking these up from a local vendor if you have one in your area who sells nunchucks and other martial arts equipment. Or you can try to search them online, but the availability may depend on where you live. Another option is to make them yourself, to which I have videos linked up here and in the description below. This is one of the easiest ways to make nunchucks and allow you to expand your spinning capabilities. While there are a variety of other nunchucks available out there, these are the three basic types that I commonly use and would recommend to anyone else if they're trying to learn nunchuck. In summary, the cheapest sets of nunchucks that I would consider purchasing are nunchucks that have a hollow plastic core and an outer foam shell. These are great if you're trying to save money, and they can be easily upgraded, and they make a great option for younger people and people who aren't sure if they want to continue spinning nunchucks. The next step up from there is a slightly more expensive nunchuck with a wooden core and a foam shell. These are great for anyone who's more serious about practicing nunchucks, and they're fairly forgiving, and they make a great option for the middle of the range. Then at the high end, you have your wooden or metal nunchucks. These are very unforgiving, but make a great addition to your nunchuck collection because these are basically what you're practicing on the other nunchucks for. Regardless of what set of nunchucks you're considering, be sure to check with your local guidelines. So I hope that you found this tutorial useful. If you'd like to learn how to use your nunchucks that you just purchased, be sure to either click up here or check for the links in the description below to see a variety of tutorials on different nunchuck related moves.